Dear students, today we will study the general characters of the fungi. The word fungus has been taken from Latin word which means mushroom. The fungi are achlorophyllous and heterotrophic thallophytes. Their plant body consists mostly of a thallus made up of hyphae, which together constitutes mycelium. The study of fungi is known as mycology, and the scientist who is concerned with fungi is called mycologist. Several large species of fungi like mushrooms, morels, smuts, rust, rods were known to man since the very beginning, but their nature, origin, and development were unknown at that time. There are evidences in the ancient literature of human culture that these plants were used as a food by human beings. At present, about 5,100 genera and more than 50,000 species are known. They grow in a variety of habitats and show much diversity in their form, structure of plant body, physiological processes, and the methods of reproduction. Now we will study the characters which are very general to the fungi. Firstly, about the distribution. They are cosmopolitan in distribution. They can occur in any habitat where life is possible. Some fungi occur in fresh or marine water, others are terrestrial, and still others are airborne. Many species are parasitic, infecting plants, mammals, and human beings. The plant body of fungi typically consists of branched filamentous hyphae, which form a net-like structure known as mycelium. The hyphae are aseptate and cenocytic, as in Phycomycetes, or septate and uni, bi, or multinucleate, as in Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. About the septa, if they are septate, the septa have the simple pore, but in Basidiomycetes, septa with dullipore septa. On the both sides of the dullipore, a double membranous structure, septal pore cap or parenthosome occurs. These septal pores form a valve-like structure. With the exception of slime molds, the protoplast remains surrounded by a distinct cell wall. The main component of the cell wall is the fungal cellulose, also known as chitin. But in lower fungi, like in members of Oomycetes, the cell wall is composed of cellulose and glucan. The hyphae contains colorless and regulated cytoplasm, and the besides endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria and Golgi bodies, and many non-living substances like reserve food also occur in the cytoplasm. As the fungi are entirely devoid of chlorophyll, but carotenoids are normally present. The hyphae are homo or heterokaryotic, haploid, maybe dikaryotic or diploid. The higher fungi are immotile, means motile cells do not occur in their life cycle at any stage. But in lower fungi, like in Phycomycetes, the reproductive cells The gametes and asexual juice spores are uni or biflagellated. When the flagella are found, they are of two types. Whiplash flagella, they are smooth with bandless to arrangement, and the tensile type, pantonymatic flagella with numerous minute hair-like masticonyms on their surface. And these masticonyms originate from the axial filament of the flagella. In majority of the fungi, the hyphae form a felt-like structure. But in some advanced fungi, they may undergo certain modifications in response to functional needs. The hyphal structure is variously modified into prosenchyma. In this figure, you can see the prosenchyma. When the component hyphae lie more or less parallel to one another, they unite to form a rather loosely interwoven structure where their indivisibility is not lost. Second modification is pseudoparenchyma, when the hyphae becomes closely intertwined, forming a tissue which consists of hollow tubes running in all directions. The hyphae loses their indivisibility and are not distinguishable from each other, and they resemble with the parenchymatous tissue of high plants in cross section. In D figure, you can see the rhizomorphs. It is a thick strand or root-like aggregation of somatic hyphae. The hyphae lose their indivisibility and the whole mass behaves as an organized unit. And it is believed that rhizomorph has a higher infection capacity than indivisible hyphae. Another modification is sclerotium. It is a compact globose structure formed by the aggregation and adhesion of the hyphae. It may survive for long periods, sometimes for several years, and thus represents the resting stage of the fungus. They accumulate reserve food and help in vegetative propagation. Another modification is aprosorium. It is a simple terminal or lobed swollen structure of the germ tube or the infecting hyphae, found in many parasitic fungi such as rust and powdery mildews. When the hyphae adheres to the surface of the host and helps in the penetration of the infection hyphae. Another one is Haustoria. They are also intercellular absorbing structure of fungi that is meant for absorbing food material from the host. They vary in shape and may be knob-like, elongated, finger-like or branched. And they secrete some specific enzymes which hydrolyze the proteins and carbohydrates of the host cell. Another modification is stromata. These are compact somatic structures, much like matrices. The fructification are usually formed on or in them, stromata. So, here we saw the various modification of the hyphae. The fungi are heterotrophic, means they do not manufacture their own food material. They are usually grouped into the three categories on the basis of their modes of nutrition. Parasites, those fungi which obtain their nutrition from other living plants or animals are known as parasites. And some of these fungi can live only on living protoplasts and are known as obligate parasites. Some fungi can also grow on dead organic material in the absence of living host, and they are known as facultative saprophytes. Another category is saprophytes. These fungi obtain their nutrition from the dead decaying organic matter, such as mucor, can obtain their nutrition from the dead organic material, and they do not have the capacity to infect living plants or animals. So they are known as obligate saprophytes. Third category is symbionts. Some fungi grow on other living organisms and both are mutually benefited. Such an association is known as symbiosis. For example, lichens and mycorrhiza. In most of the fungi, only a part of the vegetative mycelium forms reproductive unit and the rest part of the fungi remain vegetative. Such fungi are known as eukaryotic. However, in unicellular fungi, whole vegetative cell is transformed into a reproductive unit and they are known as holokaryotic. As far as reproduction is concerned, among the fungi, they reproduces by vegetative, asexually and sexual means. About the vegetative reproduction, it is by means of fragmentation, for example in Rhizopus or mucor, fission in yeast, budding in yeast and astilum. The asexual reproduction takes place by Conidia, for example in Penicillium and Aspergillus. These are the pictures of Penicillium bearing the hyphae bearing conidiophores bearing Conidia, while in Aspergillus we can see the chains of the Conidia. General structures of the used for the or from the asexual reproduction. These are zoospores, chlamydospores. In this figure, you can see the oidia and the aplanospores. Oidia, you can see the hyphal mass. Hyphae is fragmented or break down into small pieces. They are oidia. For example, in Coprinus or Colvia. The chlamydospores found in astilum. They are thick-walled spore-like structure forms within hyphae. As far as the sexual reproduction is concerned, it occurs in all the classes except Deuteromycetes. And sexual reproduction is completed in the 3 phases: plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. Plasmogamy means fusion of the protoplast of the 2 compatible gametes. While in the second step, the karyogamy is the fusion of 2 nuclei from the 2 fusing gametes takes place and the diploid zygotic nucleus is formed. And after the karyogamy, reduction division takes place in the diploid nucleus and the haploid phase re-established. The compatible nuclei are brought together by the following processes: planogametic copulation, planogametic planogametic copulation, first figure. They may be the planogametic copulation may be of three types depending on the nature and structure of the fusing gametes. Isogamy. The fusing gametes are morphologically similar but physiologically different and are formed on different hyphae. Then it is called isogamy. Anisogamy. Fusing gametes are both morphologically and physiologically different. The male gamete is smaller and the more active than the female gamete. The third one is oogamy. The female gamete is non-motile and the male gamete, that is antherozoid, is motile, and they are formed in specialized gametangia known as oogonium and antheridium. The second one is gametangial contact. The figure, you can see the gametangial contact. Here gametes are never released from gametangia, and instead the male and female gametangia come in close contact with the help of a fertilization tube, and then one or more male nuclei migrate to the female gametangia. So the gametangia never fuse or lose their identity during this act, and the male and female gametangia are known as antheridium and oogonium. This type of reproduction can be seen in Elbugo, Aspergillus, Phytophthora. They are some common examples. Then the gametangial copulation. This process involves the fusion of entire contents of the two compatible gametangia. The gametangia come in close contact. Their walls at the point of contact dissolves and their contents mix, and the two gametangia ultimately fuses and resulting in karyogamy. This is called gametangial copulation. The fourth one, spermatization. In some advanced genera like Puccinia, the sex organs are completely absent and the sexual process is accomplished by minute spore-like spermatia or the male gametes. And the specialized receptive hyphae, and the spermatia are carried by air, water or insects to the receptive hyphae, and the contents of the spermatium enters the receptive hyphae through a pore. Then the somatogamy. Here sex organs are not at all formed, but two vegetative cells or the two vegetative hyphae take over the sexual function and fuses together. Here we can see in the picture, the last figure, somatogamy, the two hyphae of the opposite strain nuclei, they come in close and forming a dikaryotic hyphae after the fusion. Secondary mycelium, which is dikaryotic. One nuclei from the one hyphae and another nucleus from the another hyphae. So there are 5 basic types of life cycle in fungi: asexual, haploid, haploid dikaryotic, haploid diploid, and the diploid type of life cycle. This is all about general characters of fungi.